until the cutoff time here on Runmarö, the Red Bull Sprint Prize. Probably we will see a couple of teams coming in here pretty soon. Michael said, the race director, that no team will or maybe one or two teams will not make the cutoff, but we will see. So in 10 minutes we will close this station, and the remaining teams out on the course towards Sandhamn will then be cut off, so they will not be able to continue the race. To be exact, that's 5 teams. So exciting times. We have seen the teams that come in here. They take a lot of time in the energy station to refill and refuel, and maybe spending a little bit too much time in the stations, because it's hard to gain 10 minutes of running if you spend 10 minutes in the energy station. So hopefully they will feel the pressure is on a little bit, and the next cutoff is at 12 at Nämdö, if I can remember right. So we will also go there and see. Probably more teams will be cut off by then, but at the moment 5 teams remaining here, and we're expecting them in here soon.
Thank you, Joya.
Yes, and Joya was at cutoff 1, where it's 10 minutes left, and but there weren't so many teams left on the course up at the north of Runmarö.
Yes, and we have a lot of teams. 17 teams have passed through Munkö Energy Station, and I believe that, well, yeah, it has to be something wrong with number 1. No, actually now they're up there on 3rd place. Well, that's very nice to see, because they were 10 minutes behind at one point, so I guess that the timing isn't working really correctly. We have 3 teams within 4 seconds, which is great.
It's a real race this year, and
I can also say that Enervit is they are actually closing in. I think they were about 5 minutes behind, and now they're 3 minutes behind. So it's really exciting to see what those young boys can do. I think that Colton Coaching is pretty much sticking to the 5 minutes where they have been for a while. And also the adventure racing guys up at Hav med FJS are keeping their 7 minutes gap. So we go back to the cutoff point and to Joya.
Just making the cutoff by 10 minutes, and we also have a second team coming in here, number 45. How's it going?
Yes, very good, thanks.
You met
the cutoff, but yeah.
Is this a part of the plan, being this close to the cutoff?
Yeah, definitely.
And number 45 here, how's it going?
Tough.
You have 10 minutes to cut off.
Yeah, we timed it to perfection. It's a long day, not a short day.
It's a marathon,
not a sprint.
Right? Except with a lot of swimming involved.
And you next cutoff will be at 12
o'clock, yeah, exactly.
You will make that?
I think we'll be pushing that one as well. Yeah. And then what happens at the 6 o'clock cutoff is we then scream through to win. Yeah. Half an hour. Yeah. You're not looking convinced, actually.
I'm totally convinced you will make it. Are you feeling refreshed?
Refreshed after this banana, definitely.
I'm the slow swimmer, so if we can make it through the first 2 with the slow swims and then that 1,400 metres, then on the run we can make it up on the run, because we can go on the run. It's just the swim I struggle with. Armbands, have you got those?
Okay, only 2 teams remaining out on the course by now, and another 8 to 10 minutes to the cutoff. So probably we will have all the teams in here if nothing weird happens out there. How is the water?
Warmer than I expected it to be. Choppy and very murky, but happy to be here on dry land.
Seen any animals?
A lot of jellyfish, nothing else.
They're not poison here, you know that, right?
Oh, right, good, that's happy to know. I wasn't aware of that. I'm less scared now.
Teams are refreshing a little bit, refueling, and yeah, looking solid and strong. international teams have a day in the archipelago. Have you trained a lot for this?
I did the wall, which is a sort of long run at the end of June in the UK, which is Hadrian's Wall, which is a 111k run. So my running's okay. So I know I can do the running. As I said about Erno, which is the 20k, we can absolutely nail that one. But my swimming is, he's a strong swimmer, I'm a strong runner. Between us, we have one good team member. So it's just the combination.
What's the name on that one?
Our team member 79 is ÖTILLÖ. So I think that means ouch slouch in terms of.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so now you have a approximately 9k run on this island. What's your feelings?
Feel good about the run, and then I think the next problem will be the next swim. Always is the swim, isn't it?
Yeah.
You ought to actually put long bridges between these islands.
We don't like it.
I don't blame you. It's an awesome event, fantastic event. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. People are in a good mood, good spirit at the Red Bull Energy station here on Runmarö, and just expecting 2 more teams, and then 7 minutes to cut off. I don't know who will draw the line and pick the people out of the course, but someone has to do it, and maybe someone will get a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, thank you, Joya.
Yes,
great.
I think it will be quite hard for those teams that we saw to do the race.
To make it to the next cutoff, maybe.
Maybe next cutoff, but then it's quite tough to get to the Red Bull cutoff 2:30.
Yeah, because it's usually the later on that are hard, but they still have great energy, I think.
Absolutely.
So I hope they enjoy more running instead of swimming. That's usually the case.
Yes.
So what are the next big thing? Is it Ed Nature Sprint Prize?
Yes, I think the next big thing is...
And when should we expect them? Around 9:30 maybe?
Yeah, maybe 9:30. I think we will have the first team up at Nämde North at 9:10.
9:10, and that would then be the 3 teams of Team Nybroviken, Team Head Swimming, and Team Livskvalitet by ICA Hagsätra.
Yes, and when they're up at Nämde North, they have a 8.3k run at Nämde, and the cutoff is in the middle of that.
So that's when you take the wetsuit down to half, and then you just run like there's no tomorrow.
Yes.
We also saw here on the first cutoff that it's actually raining, so I don't think that matters to the ones who are racing, but of course it can say a lot about the temperature. It's fall here in Sweden, and the temperature are a little lower than usual, maybe like 15. No, not even that maybe yet, but
it's good for the races that the water is quite warm.
Yeah, actually the air temperature and the water temperature are not that big of difference, which could be a really nice experience for especially the teams that are from abroad.
Yes, we had 2009. It was a very cold year. We had 9 to 12 degrees in the water. But
it
then
was extreme.
Yes, then it was very cold. And if it's so cold in the water, it will be a problem if it's raining and it's cold in there. But as we said before, I think it's almost perfect conditions today.
Yes. It's too bad we're sitting in here and not racing, huh?
Yes. In our big sofa.
Yes.
And now we're back to Joje at the cutoff 1.
And we can see that Joje is a little cold.
Yes, maybe Joje will take the competitors off the course.
Maybe.
He doesn't know it yet.
No.
And Joje, he has also been racing ÖTILLÖ earlier.
Yeah.
So he knows what this is all about. And I think it's 4 minutes left or something.
I can
and
see
there's
here on
2
my
teams
tracking
left.
device. I can see here on my tracking device that the adventure racing team up at Hav are actually closing in on Colting coaching. So I think that the Colting will have someone breathing down his neck in the
Yeah.
at the next time stop or time check.
But Colting, he really hates rough terrain, doesn't he?
Yes, that's not really his.
Yes.
cup of
We have
tea.
2 teams left going running on Runmarö before the cutoff.
The Red Bull logo. They're just fighting it.
Yes.
Bulls are fighting it now. So do you think a lot of people will actually drink the Red Bull this early on in the race?
I don't think so. I think most of them will do it later
Later on,
to
yes.
get the kick.
This early on, I would say water and maybe some gels.
Yes. Gels, liquid. maybe.
Banana is not too
Yes.
bad for your stomach.
Kan jag stå här, Kalle? And we have one team coming in right now. Good job, number 41. 41 coming into, and that means Killer Penguins, Swedish team, Patrik Axenstierna and Peter Rosander is now. Yeah, they are moving fast through the energy station, and that's a wise thing to do since they are only 3 minutes from the cutoff time, and they will make it this time. And if I get it right, we have one team left on the course that might or might not make it here. So a couple of minutes left to the cutoff, and hopefully we'll get the last team in here, so they will be still in this race. Because if they can't make it or don't make it until 9 o'clock here, they're just cut off from the race. And you can see the women up there making ready to draw the line. They can't pass this the time mat that we have on the ground, because if they do, they kind of crash the system, and we don't want that to happen. So we actually draw the line before they pass the timing chip, and that will happen in a few seconds. So one team didn't make the cutoff. I think the next cutoff time is at 12, and that will be much harder for a lot of teams. The last teams we've seen here, and I get the time is 2 minutes until cutoff. 2 minutes until cutoff. The last teams that have passed this station, probably the last 10 teams that have passed this station, will have a really tough time in making the next cutoff at 12 o'clock in Nämdö. And last year I heard there were 16 teams picked off the course and didn't make the cutoff over there. So we'll see how many teams that will make it or will not make it this year. So we'll probably just have one more minute, and we'll see. It might be so that the team that is actually on the course might be very far from here, so we might not even get to talk with them. 30 seconds, and we've had a great day at the energy station. So what will happen now is that they will pick this energy station down and move 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, closed. Okay, and that will mean that we close the energy station at Runmarö, and still one team remaining out on the course. We'll see if we get to talk with them if they come in a short while. Otherwise, we'll leave the word back to you in the studio.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Yo-Yo. Okay, so that wasn't that dramatic.
No.
What if the team would have come just when they drew the line? But only one team. That's not too bad.
No, that's good. That's good.
The race is getting better
yes.
and better. So
But I think, like Joy said, that it will be hard for those last teams to get to Nämndö
yes.
cutoff. They have a lot of running and a lot of swimming to do together. They have this 1,000 meters swim. This is, I think, on Nämndö North.
Which will be the next time checkpoint. And we are expecting them pretty much now or within 10 minutes or so?
Yes, I think 5 to 10 minutes or something. They have, this is from Käckskär, they have to swim 480 meters to get up here on North Nämndö. And they have been running on Käckskär, which is a 500 meters run, just up and then down. And I think we still have Nybrovik and Rib as the leaders. And here we see the first teams arriving at the Nämndö North.
And it's a little bit rainy, and the weather is maybe it's picking up a little bit of wind as well.
Yes.
So it actually will be a little harder to do the next part of it.
This is Nybroviken, isn't it? No paddles.
Yes.
It's the swimmers.
But he's very far from his partner, so maybe he needs to to check where.
Now we have proof that there is.
And there is, and there's another team, or maybe it's like two teams mixed together.
Yes.
Because I saw paddles, and I know that they don't have paddles. So this is number 3. So that is Nybroviken, the great guys who are swimmers. They are swimming very well, and we have Johan, our second man on the ground out there.
Okay, how come it's so tight in the lead?
It's wrong marking at Rundmarö, but it's a hard race this year. It's really tough.
Okay.
And you have fun?
Yeah, lots of fun.
All right. How's the weather?
It's perfect. It's not too warm, so it's very nice.
Perfect means cold and rainy. How are you going?
Good.
Yes.
Tror han verkligen att de ska stanna?
Are you aiming for the sprint prize?
What?
Are you aiming for the sprint prize? Yeah, I know.
Helt klockren. Och kameramannen har varit i träsket med linsen.
Only a few seconds left. Are you aiming for the sprint prize?
No. Just holding a steady pace.
How's it going?
Thank you, Johan, for being annoying in the face of the racers.
Great. Nybroviken Rib, first team.
Yes.
And then we had Björn Englund and Paul Kroschak.
Yes.
Team head swim. Yes, and now we will have an interview from the cutoff 1.
Team M and M is not going to make the cutoff time, not making it by 1 minute. How is it feeling?
Well, we would like to continue, but I mean, this is the first time for both of us, so I guess it's a learning experience.
How was the conditions out there? Was it tough?
It was really good conditions, so we were taking it really easy, and it's the first time we're doing this together, so I think we're just still feeling like who's the stronger swimmer, who's the stronger runner.
And now you can continue. What will happen now?
Maybe we'll help out to detract the course.
so we got a little more exercise.
And
Some rest, of course.
how was the water temperature?
It was really warm. Yeah, it was very comfortable.
Will you come back next year?
Yeah, I think so, but I will prepare better. So yeah, it's very fun, and it's you can't describe for anyone what it's like out there if you haven't done it. So you can only imagine, and not even that. So it's a very hard, tough running course. It is.
How was those rocks running on?
It wasn't easy, but it's fun.
Thank you very much. Sorry not to have you guys continue, but you will pick down the course and help the organization with that. And we will leave you guys with this picture. One team picked off the course already by now, 9 o'clock, and next cutoff will be at 12. Over to you guys in the studio.
Welcome back.
All right.
Yes. One team picked off the course at cutoff 1, but that's quite good.
Yeah, and they didn't look too disappointed.
No.
And it's great if they actually are considering coming back next year, but
Yeah.
just preparing. And this also shows that how important it is to prepare for this race. It's not just something you do in the sleep. You just have to actually prepare. And
But they were talking about remarking the course, so after this, so
it's exciting.
they will have their exercise anyway this day. Before we had pictures from Nämndö North with the top 3 teams: Nybroviken Rib, Team Head Swimming, and last year's winners.
Yeah, and there's something wrong with the tracking device, because I don't think that they're. Do you think it's actually 45 seconds between it? It sounds a lot, but I don't know. But our reporter there tried to get some comments out of them, but it's hard when you're in the race and you're so tied together, so you don't really want to let the other one go. So
yeah, and now it's real racing.
Yeah,
3 teams together. We haven't seen it before, and they passed Nämndö North at 3 hours and 8 minutes, I think. And last year, when Team Nybroviken Rib was the first team up, they were there at 3:19. So it's a lot faster.
It's 11 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And the weather, I think the weather right now is it's raining, and it's also quite windy. I see from our studio window here that the flags are waving.
Yes, but also when he actually got something out of them, they said it was perfect.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't think that they mind. And Lelle, he said that they're just keeping a steady pace, which is the right thing to do, because it's still really early. I mean, they're done maybe 1/3.
Yes, and
so they have about, well, maybe less than 6 hours, but around 6 hours left.
yes, and that's important for everyone racing, that you have to keep your own pace. Whether or not you're in the top or just racing this for fun and a good result, you have to have your own pace.
We should have Team Enervit and some other teams coming in pretty soon, if they haven't got too tired or lost the pacing, because they were not supposed to be more than 3 or 4 minutes behind the top. No, exactly.
So now the top teams are on the island of Nämndö, running down to the second sprint prize, which is Ad Nature sprint prize, and I think it's around 3.5K, maybe 4, to Nämndö cutoff, and also the sprint prize. And in the middle of this picture you see the island of Munkö, and this is the 1,000 meter swim down to Käckskär, which is a 500 meters run, and then you have 480 meters of swimming, and then you get up for the second long run on Nämndö, 8.3k, and the second cutoff. And on Nämndö is almost gravel.
Yeah.
You run on. In the
Yes.
beginning, it's a small single track running, and also at the end of Nämndö.
Yes, and the second cutoff is at 12 o'clock or noon, so they have about 3 hours in between the cutoffs. So you can actually, if you want, you can take the race in 2-3 thirds and actually do them. If you follow the men's team or
Yeah.
the leader, it would be around 9 hours, and then you have 3 hours portions of
Yes.
the race,
Yes.
which is interesting.
And I think we are right now going to take a break, and we will get back to you in a quarter. I think, is it right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
15 minutes.
So around 9:25.
Yeah.
See you.